Yo. This is Ratchet Deadlocked, NG+. No load cancelling. Unlike every other game in the series, we start from first load and not first input, which is dumb.
No, it's perfectly rational. But yeah,
Loads are pretty consistent in this game, so it doesn't really
yeah.
matter.
Start timing on the button press.
Yeah.
So you'll count down. Yep.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, start.
And off we go.
So the first trick of the game, right here, it's called Clankless. We basically skip a 30-second long sequence by killing all these robots and then saving with third person mode on.
Yep. And then you switch back
Yeah,
to lock strafe.
because third person sucks.
Yeah, preferred scheme. Oh yeah, and I should probably say, so the runner, FPNAS, he's, what place are you? I think you're fifth, sixth place? Yeah, in the category. Yep, just barely off fifth place. And
Oh,
Mobius.
crap. What? Why did soft lock happen? Okay.
You good?
Soft lock happened. I have to reset.
Oh.
Oops. Ignore that. Alright, I'm gonna start timing again now.
Yeah.
Oh yes, this game is called Ratchet Gladiator in PAL territories.
Yeah, but we call it Deadlocked because Americanized community.
Yeah.
But
it's also just a better name.
Yeah. Even though we run on the PAL version.
Yeah.
You know?
Subtract a minute.
Yeah. Glad you got a bit of a buffer there on your schedule.
Yeah.
So you'll be good.
It was all calculated. So I'm looking down when I'm firing to reduce lag. The PS3 port is very laggy. And so I'll look at the mini map in the corner whenever I'm doing arenas.
Yeah.
But I memorize everything anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah, so the benefit of the PS3 version, much faster loads.
It's 8 minutes, I think.
Not 8 minutes, but it's several minutes faster.
Or Mucky lying.
Yeah. But the downside is obviously the lag. So facing forward, you'll definitely see it dip below 60 a lot. So most of the time you want to be looking down, like I said. And that saves considerable amount of time. Here in Advanced Qualifier, this is our first proper mission of the game. The objective is to get to the end and destroy a turret. And what you'll see here is he was using hyperstacks, where he goes into the controls menu, it doesn't change anything, cancels out, and his state of being in a hyperstrike gets cancelled so he can hyperstrike again. And that's basically like a pseudo-infinite jump of sorts, although you're very limited in what you can do.
This is the first planet of the game, Catacomb 4. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, there's 4 missions on this planet, and it's very basic. It's sort of like a tutorial of sorts, like traverse to the end of the stage, get to the waypoint, and you'll go on to the next mission. So the first one, Valley of Heroes, very simple, straight line. The second one, On the Prowl, very similar, although there is something we do at the end to aid us in the third mission, all about the Landstalker.
So I pulled out the Supernova so I could fire it right at the start, and that just breaks one of the orbs faster.
Yeah. And that's only possible when you're entering the mission, because in Ratchet's state during the cutscene when he's when it's flying over the stage and all that, Ratchet's still spawned in, so he can fire on the frame. But yeah, you doing well there?
Yeah.
28.
I forgot to go live on Discord. I'll do that in a sec.
Heading into the 4th mission, Rise Up.
Got 37. I'm 27.
Yeah.
High world record. So this is the first sort of arena mission. It's basically just memorizing where the enemies are and killing them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very common thing in this game. And it's definitely where a lot of people's time losses are, just not knowing where all the enemies are spawning.
Yeah. And that's sort of the difference between this game and, say, Rec 3, like you just saw. So Rec 3 is sort of a point A to point B. Get the coordinates as quickly as possible. And in this game, you have a bit of that in the missions, but also pretty interspersed with vehicles and arenas like this. And so I'd say it's probably about 33% of each, right? Like 33% arenas, 33% traversal. Yep.
So this is Thrathos. This is the sort of like second instance that the bots have to be used. And they're just hacking some nodes.
Yeah. And that's we're sort of introduced to bot manipulation and RNG here. So they have a set time at which they spawn, which is 10 seconds if you're far enough away. And sometimes they can misbehave, not go to the position that you want them to.
So most of the time they'll misbehave.
Unless you are a Swedish man named Mukemanen, in which case the bots are not RNG. Yeah, on these missions, the middle missions, you'll be doing a lot of hyperstacks, going straight to the end where there are triggers at the end of each stage that'll take you to the next mission.
The end of the mission is at the start.
Come on, it's too early for that.
This is just a lot of hyperstacks.
Yeah. And this is faster than, like, there's alternate strats to doing this. Like, you're normally supposed to turn some nodes, or you can clip through the wall using the vehicle in the mission, or just the mines. But
here's another dumb arena.
Yeah, that one. This one's sort of like a auto-scroller of sorts. Turn all the hacker rays, and then... yeah, and then there's a boss that appears in the middle.
Good time for donations.
Yes, it is. I'm not sure what donations were last read out, so bear with me for a second. But Dan MCD, third place in Deadlocked No LC. He gave $16.28 and says, "Rack block, good luck, fireproofnas. Here's hoping the bots behave."
Thanks, Dan.
God bless Dan. One of the best pillars of the Deadlocked community. And we'll do one more here. Anonymous gives $32.30. Says, "Love seeing speedrunners speedrun for a good cause. Pandemic life can be rough as guts. So if you're going through something and you don't know who to talk to, reach out to Beyond Blue and other mental health services. It's never too early to reach out for help." And that is a really good point. And if you don't know, we are Oz Speedruns, a group doing speedrun events to raise money for charity. And this event, ASM2020, raising money for Beyond Blue, a charity working to raise the awareness of mental health issues and reduce the stigma around these issues to help people achieve their best possible mental health. If you'd like to donate, you can go to donate.ozspeedruns.com, or there is a donation link in the chat, or below the stream, you can click on the Beyond Blue logo, and you'll be able to go straight to the donation page. And every cent counts, and we appreciate anything that comes our way.
So the hyperstacks I did at the start there, I'm pretty sure they're slower, but they're a lot more consistent than just, like, the normal strat.
Yeah. Hey, they're faster at IGT.
Faster in-game time, that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh crap, I missed the ship.
Yeah, this is our first boss, and probably the most unique boss in that he has a lot of phases.
Also don't do it in the Dread Center arena.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. Only boss to fight outside the Dread Zone.
Got the wall climb.
Yeah. But again, we're going into another traversal mission after this. Normally there's a huge grind rail section. It takes about, like, what, 2 minutes, casually?
It's like 1.5.
Yeah. It's, but it's one of the longer traversal missions in the game, and with proper movement, you can go straight to the light at the end and save a hefty amount of time.
Should also probably explain mine clipping. It's basically turret clipping in Ouya, but with one mine, and it's better.
Can be better. Yeah, apologies for not explaining that. Yeah. Mine clipping is sort of just like a place and wait, and if you're in the right position and you're lined up with pretty much the dead center of the mine, you can go through walls. But this game has a very unique system to it, because it's sort of half this single-player campaign and a multiplayer game primarily. So to prevent people from clipping out of bounds and sniping people from out of bounds, there's instant death walls where if you clip out of bounds in the wrong position, it will instantly kill you. So that means you have to do some tricky routing through actual doors that will go down. because that's where most of the clips will take place.
Should also probably explain flail cancelling.
Yeah.
Basically, you fire off the flail, then swap weapons pretty much immediately after. It just lets you, like, go into a neutral slide.
Yeah. So charges can be cancelled with any weapon. Some of them will put you at a dead stop, some of them will make you slide, and the flail is unique in that it has like a wind-up animation. You can cancel that wind-up animation by switching weapons, which means you instantly get the speed instead of waiting to slide before doing your next input. So you'll see a lot of... Yeah.
I missed the insta-clip there first time, but whatever.
Yeah, there's a insta-clip you can do sliding underneath that barrier, hitting the bounce from the mud, and that'll slip you right under and through. That was found by Mukir a few years ago.
That was Kronos. It is one of the worst planets, I'd say. It's very inconsistent.
Yeah, especially with fighting Shell Shock all those times.
I was very lucky. Got everything, like, pretty decently.
Yeah, it was really clean.
This is the first sort of, like, arena tournament.
Yep. And there's another arena mission here.
And this is just memorization, really.
Yeah.
All the arena missions are like... All the enemies are on set cycles, so they'll spawn at the same time, every time.
Yeah. Like, this mission in particular is completely deterministic. They will always spawn at, like, specific locations. Some of them are a bit more random, so a lot more trickier to figure out. But all the ones in the run, I think, are completely deterministic.
Yeah.
Which
They're
is
all the same. Got more hyper stacks here. It's just faster than killing the enemies.
Yeah. Shout out to Dan.
Yo. Shout outs to Dan.
What else? Something in the back of my mind here. I should probably pick it out.
So if you kill the enemies on the very first platform that you spawn in, you can softlock here, and the enemies just won't spawn.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating when you first, like, pick up the game.
Yeah, there's a few softlock positions, and it's, like, reliable in most missions, although there's some, like, corkscrew that are the bane of AEC runners everywhere.
Your shoutouts to everyone with an AEC run on the boards.
Yep. Not you.
Yep, not me. I'm not touching AEC.
Never again. Are you going for the fast cycle?
You're kind of fast.
Mobius cycle.
Mobius cycle? I got a 49 in my PB doing this, so
yeah,
consistent.
So a question that was asked, are there co-op runs? Because yes, this game contains a co-op mode. It's unique in that only 3 games in the series have a co-op mode, and this is one of them. And there are co-op runs if you want to go on the boards. And that's both for the full game runs, so NG+, no LC, NE%, all exterminator cards, and all the individual levels as well. Because they have different strats depending on the amount of people.
We're joined with the IL god himself, Mobius.
Yes, I have all 89 of the IL records. I do not run. That's crazy.
Yeah, 17 ahead.
You got some really good circles on that.
Yeah, I did. We on pace.
On pace.
I'm gonna let Mobius explain this planet.
Yeah. So think of this game as like it has a pretty cruisy early game, and the mid games where it gets really tough. The middle 4 planets are definitely nail biters of the run. And this one, Shah. Normally there's an arena at the start here, but he skipped it through going to the end traversal trigger. This mission here, Landstalker Sorkin, normally you're supposed to do it in the Landstalker. However, you can exit it, which is faster, but a lot more difficult because your bots are made of paper mache, and you want them to turn the cranks without you looking at them.
It's very difficult on this planet.
Yeah. And this is pretty much universally considered one of the more risky and hard missions of the game.
Yeah,
because there's a lot that died. Yeah. And the bot dying is, an easy 5-second time loss.
Oh, I've lost a lot more than 5 here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what on earth? I'm okay. My bots are being really weird. I don't know what's going on. I'm also about to die. I died. Let's go.
Yeah. I think the unfortunate one, the first one, was that it was caught on the ledge.
Yeah, I've never had that happen, which is weird.
No, that's never happened before. We can finally say that. Let's hope that's the only moment like that.
Hopefully.
But yeah. I mean, it's sort of demonstrating how notorious this mission is with the runners.
I've lost a lot of runs for this mission.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone else can say the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
So sadly, we're no longer on pace.
No longer, but oh well.
On pace being rescinded.
Calling up my friend Geo to give me the 999 HP file. Yeah, a lot of the bot management here is like getting close enough to the nodes that you can sort of like gauge where they are and if they go on the node without getting completely obliterated. But also like keeping your yeah.
It's easier to do this very fast, like slowly, but consistently, but fast is not easy. If that makes sense.
Oh dear. Yeah, this third and final mission here, it's very similar to the second mission in that you just have to turn the bolt cranks, although it's a lot less volatile.
One of my bots was being really weird. Sometimes it gets stuck underground somehow, and won't like turn the node.
Yeah, is that with the first node?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a bit of a sketchy one. The strat I have for that is I press regroup as I'm charging up the stairs.
Yeah. It's only happened to me like once before.
No,
So
we're getting a lot of moments.
The game doesn't want to be nice today.
No.
Which is disappointing.
It's all good.
What's a run without time lapse?
Exactly. You know, a game like this, like it's very unique in the Rat community, I'd say.
Yeah. Great. The bots have been dumb again.
One thing I will say
That's
though,
really bad. Yeah.
I would much rather prefer doing this than than Uyo. Because I don't know, man.
I mean,
Yeah, we're finally out of Char.
and on to Oxon, which is not fun either.
Yeah, Orxon, it's a bit easier, but also it has one mission that sticks out like a thorn. Definitely in the top 5 of the worst missions. Yeah, yeah. The first mission there is just hacking the rays on the other sides. But for this second mission, you have to turn 6 nodes. There's a lot of node turning missions.
As we can see, the bots are being really dumb again.
Yeah. I hate to see it.
I do hate to see it. Okay, I'm just gonna regroup and reload again. Okay,
Yeah.
Now. You can hardlock just charging there, and it didn't happen luckily.
Yeah, no, this
game hardlocks a lot.
Yeah. There's some consistent hardlocks. Shoutouts to Let the Light Shine Through.
Yo.
Don't charge at the start of that.
I'm gonna do it just to spite you.
No, come on.
No, I don't want to hardlock. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, bots being dumb again. That's where your time loss comes from.
Yeah, like
a lot of time loss.
You sort of got to take it.
Yeah. There's not much you can do.
Like bot positions, they have. I believe how it works is they have determined positions that they can spawn in, but it's all based on your position, and sometimes their pathing can just be a bit off key.
Sometimes they just don't exist. Like, just
Yeah.
them. So you can only start hacking the nodes once both the bots are in, and if they don't want to be nice, they just decide not to come in.
Yeah. Jeez, that was really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the more chill mission of the lot.
Yeah. It's kind of just protecting the bots.
Yeah, once the bots are in here, they really, at max armor, they can't die really in NG+. And this is sort of like the ups and downs of the run. Suddenly you'll be faced with like a 35-second like chill mission, and then a minute and 30 seconds of high octane worrying about your bots.
Okay. So here's this mission's just like firing off your supernova, killing all the destroying all the nodes.
Yeah, this is typically a landstalker mission that your supernova destroys all the nodes in one shot.
Yo, got the swag. Yeah, this is really bad. I'm gonna be like 2 minutes behind PB.
Yeah, but at least you're out of it.
Yeah,
That's the good.
that's easily the hardest part of the run.
Yeah, those two missions definitely, for a lot of new runners, you're going to find yourself losing a lot of time to the top runs. And we're into the second tournament, the Crusader tournament.
So if you like the mine launcher, this is the mission for you.
Yes, shout outs to Muke.
Yo. Muki Chad Bono.
When we talk about Muke, he is
He currently
undoubtedly.
He's undoubtedly the best one.
Yeah, he holds every main board record. One of the most like formidable runners to ever play this game.
He has world record by 3 minutes in this category.
Yeah. So for context, the world record is 40 minutes and 30 seconds as of right now. And it's only recently that with a huge burst of strats that sub 40 has been proven possible. And the Madman himself, who has like a 39-20 summer bests, he's going for the 39.
Yeah,
I salute him.
It's gonna be difficult.
Yeah. As you can tell, like most arenas are the same. Like memorization and skillful use of ammo management and all of that.
If you couldn't tell, memorization is very important in this game.
Yeah.
It's definitely what separates like 10th place from first.
Yeah.
I don't know who's 10th place, so if I put anyone out, I'm really sorry.
It's probably someone like Skrit at the moment.
Nothing. Skrit's like 8th.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he should be like tied 8th. Yeah, Marathon here. It's another node turning mission, although this one there's the skip there at the very start, which saves a bit of time. But we're going on to the first boss now. The first Dread Zone boss.
No, I didn't get red strats. I know.
No,
my quick select was wrong. I'm gonna go for Ace 3.
Yeah.
This is Valet's belt. It is.
Yeah,
it's a mission.
It's definitely a planet. There's a lot of ups and downs on that one.
Went from 17 seconds ahead to 2 minutes behind. Kind of swag.
Yeah.
But that just shows how hard those planets can be.
Yeah, like it can change very quickly in this kind of game.
Granted, I used tournament splits, so I don't know what was what, but yeah.
Yeah.
Textures don't want to load, so this is not fun.
A bit sketch.
Okay, my angle's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this beginning section, there's a lot of grind rails and grind cables and all of that.
But those are slow, so we skip them all.
Yeah, you can use some hyperstacks.
Oh, Skrit is 10th. What?
I have gotten some confirmation, yes, Skrit is 10.
Skrit was the first person to get 49, wasn't he?
No, Lexos was the first with the 49, but Skrit was the first with the sub-hour. So, like, for a bit of the history of the game. Actually, I'll explain this next mission. So, Space Ace, this is our first use of the hover ship, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, everyone hates the hover ship.
Don't be mean to him. He's trying his best.
No, he's not.
No. Yeah, you got to kill these 12 sets of enemies in the positions around the place, and this is definitely one of the missions that separates the good from the best. You can lose a lot of time here if you're suboptimal in movement. And,
Not me at all.
well, it's really only myself and looking that can claim to have the good movement, I think. Yeah, for a bit of the history of the category, some of the names I've mentioned, because this game was one of the later ones to get developed, and Skritler was one of the main contributors to this. Shout outs to him.
Yeah, definitely. Screw.
And fellow Australian runner Lexos, one of the great mysteries and amazing runners of the community. Got a 49, and you're going to see the 39 in the near future.
39.
Mm-hmm. It's a bit crazy. See, good. Yeah, that was pretty solid.
25. I think that's tied with my best time on that IL.
Yeah.
I don't practice this very much because
yeah. Oh, it's very hard to practice as well.
I mean,
like
to be fair, I don't practice much of anything.
Don't say that. Don't say that on stream.
I'm just
no, for like
it's just genetics.
Yeah. But for context, the record for that IL is 105, which is held by myself and Luca, and it's very difficult to get to that point.
Escape is the other shit mission we do.
Oh, don't swear.
Oh, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Anyway, this after this short traversal mission.
I said escape, didn't I? I don't know.
Yeah, after that short traversal mission, we have Let the Light Shine Through, which is another traversal mission, but this one is probably the longest traversal mission in the game.
Yeah.
It requires getting one node at the very end of the stage, and this can be a bit tough because there's a lot of uneven ground that can eat your charges and your cancels. And the final room can be improper at best at times.
Nah, the final room is consistent.
I don't know. If he does the dance, it's all good. If he doesn't do the dance, well, goodbye to your 39.
Escape is a very shippy mission. Dan said it very right. This is Torval. Everyone hates Torval. There's nothing good about this mission.
Come on, all the work I've done.
Why would you want to put effort into this mission, into this planet?
Come on, I've made this planet consistent.
No one will ever make this planet consistent.
Come on. This first mission, it's probably the easiest of the lot.
It's easy, but sometimes you lose like 20 seconds to done things.
So. Yeah, the bots are definitely the bottleneck of this. Like hacking,
like that. Third time's the charm, I guess. For being EMP.
Yeah, EMPs, always a fun time. Hacking is always a fun time.
Yeah, as we can see here, bots being dumb again and not hacking. So on this mission, you can clip through the floor with the bike. Oh no, I did not kill the strat. Yeah, okay.
Oh no.
Bad runner.
Yeah, there's a strat here, well, there's two strats here. The first one's the mine strat, which, it's sort of like poison sort of deal. The mines will destroy the bots as they come past, and then because this is the room where the other 6 bots spawn, they'll destroy them instantly, which saves you the trouble of chasing them all down.
It decides when it wants to destroy them, though.
Yeah, it can be very volatile where they pop, because they're sort of dependent on your bike position and your player position. The second strat is a lot more risky, but a lot faster, where you just go up ahead, shoot a rocket, and then shoot another rocket into the room, and hope to God you get all 12. This one here is the turn on. So, yeah.
Not you.
Yeah, there's 3 nodes all around the place, and we're relying on the bots to turn them while we go to the final node and either get a very specific jump called the turret jump or wait for one of our bots to turn it.
Okay. I'm gonna go around.
Yeah.
I haven't been having much luck with the bots today.
No. You can stack up there.
Yeah, it's slow, I think.
No. Yeah, this is some of the troubles with node turning and all of that. Being at the mercy of the bots isn't always the best thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to go through the the normal intended route. So all the enemies spawned.
So we're on to the final mission now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Blast of fresh air. So this is the first one with the destroy nodes. So the bots will stand in place, putting down mines at a certain position. This one requires 4 to blow up the statue. And we wait around for a little bit.
Yeah, 15 seconds of just like standing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get to go to the most fun tournament of all.
I think this tournament's good.
It is. Persona Man.
Truly, we are blessed in the Rat community to
We
have such
are.
personalities.
No, I can't follow.
Ignoring that one. Yeah, the Vindicator tournament. This is our 3rd tournament out of 4. It contains
Arguably
first mission.
the best mission.
Arguably the best. Well, we're starting with Murphy's Law, which is a a random weapons mission. Not random, but we can't choose our weapons. The game decides for us, and some of these rounds can be a bit tough because they're not the super overpowered weapons that we usually use, like the Supernova. So it has to be a bit more creative. But luckily, this is deterministic, and so we know where everything's going to spawn.
This mission is the bane of wrench only runners. Because as you can see, we can't use the wrench.
Yeah.
Also, randomly, like sometimes it just spends 10 seconds not spawning anything.
Yeah, there's a little bit of soft lock potential.
I've never actually like proper soft locked on it though.
No, not really.
Pausing on airdrop is arguably not good.
Arguable.
I do it every time though.
We're going on to airdrop, which unfortunately is an auto scroller. It is 2 minutes and 16 seconds of waiting around.
Find airdrop skip and I'll give you $10 Australian.
I mean, the bounty's there. Apparently it is there now.
It is.
But you can also put that money towards the charity for this event. And if you don't know, we are Oz Speedruns, a group doing speedrun events to raise money for charity. And of course, the charity for this event is Beyond Blue. They are a group dedicated to helping awareness of mental health issues and reduce the stigma around these issues to help people achieve their best possible mental health. And if you'd like to donate, you can go to donate.ozspeedruns.com, or you can donate in the chat, or there is a Beyond Blue image in the description below the stream. And we also have some incentives, which are the next one is the Untitled Goose Game category bid war. This one's competitive. There's 2 choices here. 2-player, 1 controller, any percent glitchless. This one will be a riot at $200.99, or if you want to see the whole game, 100% is at $139.03. So get your donations in for that bid war. I promise you, no matter what choice you have there, you're gonna get some incredible goose experience. Honk.
Scotto Bozo with the massive brain straps using LC to skip, using load cancelling to skip to boss.
And we'll explain load cancelling here. So,
wait, are there any donations?
I will check. we are good for now.
Pretty good, cool.
But I'll explain load cancelling during this and the boss.
Yeah.
And the boss is super simple. So in this game, if you try and load a save, it'll take you to the difficulty select option before it completes the save entirely. So if you cancel out of that, you're sort of in two places at once. You're in the location of your first save, but the loaded save sort of files, so the weapons and the unlocks and all of that are from the save you just tried to load. So you can overlap some interesting properties like unlocked planets onto that second save, and that can either help you go straight to the final planet of the game, or it can help you go straight to the final boss of the game, which you may see a bit of that at the very end.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a very severe file map, and we're on to Stygia.
This is a dumb planet for many newcomers. But then one day when practicing this mission, you'll realize that it's
It all
dumb.
becomes clear.
Yeah.
It all becomes clear. Hey,
You just suddenly become good at it.
I agree with this entirely. So this is our second mission where we actually have to use the Landstalker. We can't get out of this, and we can't destroy the nodes anyway without the Landstalker. But this one's a bit hectic because there's every chance you can actually die in this one because you're skipping all the enemies, but most of them are high damage by this point. You're in the end game now. And there's a few specific strats you can do here, such as shooting your mortars around the corner, or sometimes below the other opposite corner's mortar. But they're a bit risky for a marathon. And we're on to Energy Collector now, aren't we?
Yeah.
One of the
Bots can be really finicky here.
The first bot is definitely the worst.
I did the thing again, and I died. I did that in my PV too, so it's all good. Yeah, if you wait long enough, you can attach straight to the last node.
Yeah.
And with those types of nodes, if you just press circle, it'll take you up to the top of it.
I've already done it. Yeah. Yeah, and this is some of the traversal optimization. We're skipping some of the necessary swing shots, grind cables, and all of that, because half of it's just reliance on the bots, and half of it's just your basic point A to point B, get there as quickly as possible.
So this mission is pretty finicky. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. Shields Up is a bit of a weird one because at the very beginning, if you duck down and use your prompt for the hack array, you can start turning the hack array from way up at the top. Otherwise, you'd have to wait for the bots.
Hey, I got the strat though.
Yeah, you got the strat. Good stuff. Yeah, this is pretty difficult to consistently get, at least in my experience.
I think it's it mostly depends on whether or not you get the thing from the top.
Yeah.
That's the main trouble.
I know. Hey, the last time I did this mission was about 2 years ago, so bear with me.
2 years ago, jeez. Was this strat even known 2 years ago?
Yeah, a year and a half,
2018.
Very good though. Onto Shield Survival, which is, even though it doesn't have the indicator, this is just a pure arena mission. Destroy all the enemies and clear the planet.
Yes, this isn't the first time this category has been at a ASM event. It was run at PAX in 2017.
Yes.
By
that
someone
is true.
not in the community. I don't remember his name.
Yeah. Apologies.
So this SI up here is cursed. You lose 10 seconds to it on a good run. On a bad run like this, you get it second try or first try.
Yeah,
so
this
bad.
is pretty much our only instance of an SI, which is a slope intercept.
No,
so
you
you'll
got interior.
Ah, yep. Hey, I don't do those. But yes, slope intercepts are how do I sort of explain them? So there's certain like angles of slow play. If you hit the wrench at a proper position, you're able to slide along it and get your jump back, which means you can clear walls and surfaces and all of that. It's more common in Rack 1 than
Yeah,
the later
definitely.
games. Because in the first game, you have Clank, and Clank can high jump using SIs, which is a lot better than just double jump.
Okay. Sometimes the bot just doesn't hack the node. Well, turn the bolt. Very annoying.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, it's happened to me before. Fires is asking what we had for dinner. I did not eat dinner. 107, very bad time for this mission.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate.
Yeah.
Again, mercy of the bots. Not getting the greatest luck in the middle of the run, but you know.
What can
you roll with the punches?
Okay.
That's what you gotta do. And yeah, this traversal mission has one of the more painful
clicks. Without a doubt, the worst mine clip in the game.
Yeah.
It is very finicky.
It is very difficult, just how the wall is positioned. It looks
then,
the exact same as everything else, doesn't it? But, you know.
And then it's just waiting for the bot. And this is just another mine clip.
Yeah, you can't really hyperstack over that one quickly.
Mm.
And the fourth mission, one of the shortest in the game.
So we've got the Liberator tournament here. This is... it's pretty easy.
Yeah, the most straightforward tournament, I'd say. It's got 2 arena missions and a boss fight.
Yeah. So here we're forced to use the silencer. And then on round 3 and 4, we'll have to use the Beat 6 Obliterator.
Yeah. And these aren't weapons that are good for arenas usually. Like for typical arenas, you'd use the Vulcan Cannon, which is like a shotgun, or the Flail, which is AoE sort of mashing thing.
This is also probably the arena I know the least.
Yeah. Like, it's fair because these arenas are difficult now.
Yeah.
You have to have very precise positioning to get the best times on these. Like, before you know it, you could be losing 10 seconds to each arena. Although
this
the next
arena's
one's
won pretty well, though.
Yeah, you're doing really well.
Yeah. Yeah, you're kind
Very
of trying
clean.
to... Yeah, wonderful. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's really nice.
So yeah, there I'm just setting up my quick select for the next mission, the Ace boss fight.
So Accelerator here, this is one of the more fun ones casually because you speed up. This is the best speedrun mission.
Yeah, this mission's pretty
So
good.
you fire a lot of flails down on the ground.
But luckily you get a lot of ammo back. So, you know,
yeah. In an IL situation, ammo becomes very sketchy though because you're running 20 ammo, all the speed mods going loco.
Yeah, we don't run any speed mods, mostly just 1 ammo and the rest area.
Yeah, there's alpha mods you can put on weapons, like we do this before the run because it carries over save files.
This one more shot. I didn't get it. Okay.
That's unfortunate.
I don't feel like losing time, so I'm just gonna do the normal strat.
Yeah, most of the best mods in the game are the speed mods and the area mods, and in most cases you want to be using the area mod. Good stuff.
This is the ghost station. This is sort of like... So in the story, Vox got really mad at you for beating Ace and not wanting to do what he did. So he sends you here, basically expecting you to die.
Yeah, this is supposed to be unbeatable in lore.
Yeah.
But we're going to see with the first mission that you can just sort of hyperstack anywhere.
Didn't get a 6, bad runner.
Oh, come on.
I'm washed
Yeah,
up,
I'll explain more of that first mission. So the trigger for the second mission is right at that platform, but the the hitbox extends slightly below the platform, so you can just hyperstack really quickly over there with 2 or 3 stacks. And this one's the same, like, you're supposed to turn 5 or 6 nodes or something, and, like, cross that barrier, but if you just flail cancel over, you're able to skip the mission entirely. And then, similarly here, you can clip through the wall and go to the other side of the prison.
The IL strat for this is really cool.
Yeah.
Top
It's
10
slower.
ILs.
Yeah. In the IL, you you go out of bounds right at the start, and you hyperstack underneath the stage.
This is Escape. Everyone hates Escape.
After all the time I put into it to make it easier, no respect for me.
That's what you get in this community.
Yeah, 4.5 years running. Yeah, Escape, there are 33 power nodules and 9 turrets situated around the place, and this is a traveling salesman problem if I've ever seen one, because you need to find the quickest path to kill all 9 turrets and the nodules at the same time. But this is very difficult because the hover ship is unwieldy to sort of use. It's sort of like just easy to determine where you're going, but the shots aren't the easiest to lead because of just where your reticle's aiming. And the mortars that you'll see firing there sometimes won't always lock on the way you want them to. You know, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take it. I think that's better than my PB. Like a second. But on Escape, there's consistently always one area that you will lag on. I wish it wasn't, but not much you can do.
Yeah, luckily, since it's unavoidable, no one cares. And we're on to the final section of the game, Red Zone Interior.
The run just flies
So,
by.
2 months ago, this looked a lot different. But now, with the development of out-of-bounds strats, we're able to go out of bounds with that clipping, and... Oh, you're not doing them?
Nah, I can't do
First
West
one?
and Central. I only do West.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
This one has a hyperstack strat, where you go straight from the start up to the top right, but there is some complications with it, especially with initiating the out of bounds, since it's sort of like a misplaced polygon that you walk through.
Oh.
And
so there, you want to try and keep one of the enemies alive. They were stacked together, so that was hard.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but at least it's not West Gen.
West Gen became so much easier with the new out of bounds strats.
Yeah. And all 3 of these interior missions are the same before the final boss, where you just destroy 4 nodes around the generator. So West Gen, I think in agreement, everyone thought it was the worst mission in the game.
Yeah,
until
it was
the up-down strat.
Because the final room just kind of screws you with
it has
all the West enemies.
Yeah. Highest damaging enemies, highest fire rate enemies, and your bots can only take a few hits, and you can't place down the nodes yourself, so you're relying on the bots to stay alive. But with this out-of-bounds tech that we'll see coming up, you bypass the trigger to activate the enemies, which means you can just enjoy another peaceful day in the West Generator.
Got it, which is nice.
Yep.
Sometimes it doesn't work for some reason.
Yeah, there's some slopes where you can't hyperstack over, and that means you can't hyperstack over either.
I feel like West Gen would have been awful in AEC.
Yeah, AEC. Max difficulty.
AEC.
This one's Moke's invention, but I guess.
Well,
I thought
AEC.
I thought it'd be out of bounds, so
Yeah.
whatever. Look, I'll take all the credit I can get.
The respect. Oh crap. Line clips are hard.
Sure.
Yeah, here we just hyperstack over because like the regular flail is very, very precise.
Yeah.
There's the out of bounds stuff. This is definitely not going to be a 49 now, which is disappointing.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, unfortunately, and that is a prime example of the out of bounds death.
Yeah.
Like, you can only go through doors. If you go through what's supposed to be solid walls, you will most certainly hit the out of bounds death trigger.
Actually, I might be able to clutch a 49.
Mm.
If I get a 50, I'm quitting. Yeah, here we're just getting at the hollow shield. So hopefully bots don't die, but that's too late. Way too late, actually.
Yeah. I guess there is a difference in the
yeah, nah, this is a 50. That didn't get done.
We're on to the final boss. And time will be coming up in about 20 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, this will be like a 50, 20.
Yeah.
And then afterwards I'll show off a category extension called Beatbox.
Yeah. Only takes a minute.
A minute, yeah.
Yeah.
Current world record is 58 seconds.
By us two.
Yeah, we're the only two. Yeah, time is coming up now. 50-17, I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's
and obviously
like,
different.
It's like 4 minutes off my PB. But with the amount of really dumb bot stuff that happened.
Yeah, I think
you
had a good mix of good and bad missions there.
Yeah, like my early game was very good.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna set up the stuff needed for beatbox now.
Yeah. And
I'll give a tutorial for it. So basically, before you start your run, you have to come to the arena, because it just gets you closer to the ship. And you want to have the supernova and the flail out. Flail, you also want see these ammo mods? Don't want those. You want, and the area, also don't want those. 10
getting a real tutorial here.
Yes. And then you want to be holding the Nova. And then we'll load save file 3, I guess. And then, so you're supposed to load here. But I'm going to quickly save my slips. So this is just showing off the load cancelling trick. And so you just load here, load your file, and then we just cancel it out of it there. And oh look, we have access to the final boss again. Incredible.
So yeah, this is like the extreme extent of how far you can go in this game with load cancelling.
The regular, like NG plus, that does do load cancelling, just takes it to Ghost Station.
Yeah, and so you have to do the final 2 areas of the game normally. But this one, obviously.
Normally you get Vox all the way to the end of his health, and just finish him off with the flail.
Dual Vipers.
Vipers, yeah. But I got a 59. That was good.
Yeah.
So that's deadlocked, pretty much. I guess probably.
Yep.
It's Murder's time to shine. Shout outs to the entire Ratchet community.
Yeah, and special shout outs to Mooker and Dan and the Deadlocked runners, because they've really made like this game amazing over the past few months.
Davey as well. He's also pushed world record a while, like pretty far.
And I think.
And Chris.
Yeah. Oh, I miss Chris.
Me too. Chris, come back. Yeah, that's
That's all.